In this video, we're diving into a unique side of English football, 20 big, major clubs with surprisingly small stadiums. These are teams with passionate fan bases, rich history, or recent success, yet they play in grounds that feel more like hidden gems than mega arenas. From Premier League survivors to League Two underdogs, these stadiums prove that size isn't everything. Let's kick off with 20, Kenilworth Road. This is a miracle. One of the smallest stadiums ever to host Premier League football. It's tucked between terraced houses, and yes, you literally walk through someone's back garden to get in. Luton Town's return to the top flight in 2023 was historic. It marked their first Premier League appearance and comeback story decades in the making. Despite its tiny size, the atmosphere is unmatched. 19. Cherry Red Records Stadium, Plough Lane. AFC Wimbledon is a Phoenix club, rising from the ashes after the original Wimbledon FC was moved to Milton Keynes in 2003. Fans rebelled, built a new club, and climbed back up the leagues. In 2020, they returned to Plough Lane, their spiritual home. The Cherry Red Records Stadium is compact but modern, with room for future expansion up to 20,000. 18. Cassim Stadium. Oxford United was once top-flight regulars in the 1980s and won the League Cup in 1986. Today, they play in the oddly unfinished Cassim Stadium. Only 3 sides have stands. Built in 2001, the Cassim replaced the old Manor Ground, but it's stuck in limbo. The club rents it from a private landlord and can't expand without a new deal. 17. Weston Homes Stadium, London Road. Peterborough United, aka the Posh, are regulars in the Championship playoff mix. But their stadium, Weston Homes, also known as London Road, feels stuck in time. Built in 1913, it has that classic English charm. Tight, loud, with old-school terraces converted into seating. It's had upgrades, but still lacks Premier League polish. 16. Adams Park. Wycombe shocked everyone when they reached the Championship in 2020. Their home is, and it's Adams Park, nestled in a valley, surrounded by hills. Picturesque, but remote, the stadium was built in 1990, making it one of the newer ones in this list, but it's small. Still, it's full of character. Under former boss Gareth Ainsworth, Wycombe became cult heroes, overachievers with rock and roll vibes. 15. Wham Stadium. Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Remember the milk ad? This tiny club became a cult classic and a real football league success story. Wham Stadium is the smallest in the EFL, but it's improved in recent years. New stands, better facilities, and still growing. The club was reformed in 1968 after the original folded in 1966. Now they're regulars in League One and Two. 14. The New Lawn. Forest Green Rovers are famous worldwide, not for their trophies, but for their values. They're the first vegan football club, the first carbon-neutral one too. The New Lawn is tiny but tech-savvy, solar panels, electric mowers, and vegan matchday pies. It's football with a conscience. Owned by eco-entrepreneur Dale Vince, they've reached League One and brought green football to the mainstream. 13. Completely Suzuki Stadium. Cheltenham has become League One mainstays. Their ground, though small but proud, is known for years as Whaddon Road, now the Completely Suzuki Stadium. Built in 1932, it's a classic lower league venue. Tight stands, great acoustics, right on top of the action. Cheltenham reached the third tier for the first time in 2002 and have bounced between League One and Two ever since. 12. Abbey Stadium. This is a proper throwback. Opened in 1932, it's been home to Cambridge United through thick and thin, promotions, relegations, and near extinction. Despite the age, it's still standing strong. Cambridge has flirted with Championship football in the past and is aiming high again. The ground is owned by the club again after years of rent payments, a massive step in future planning. 11. Pirelli Stadium. Burton Albion was a non-league club until 2009. Since then, 2 seasons in the Championship and a strong presence in League One. The Pirelli Stadium is neat, modern, and compact. Built on land donated by the tire company, it reflects the town's industrial roots. The Brewers, as they're known, are the smallest club by attendance in League One, yet still survive year after year. 10. So Legal Stadium, Holker Street. Barrow AFC, one of England's oldest clubs, calls Holker Street, now known as the So Legal Stadium, home. It's got space for just 5,000 fans. Despite the modest size, this place has history. Opened in 1909, it's seen over a century of ups and downs. For years, Barrow was stuck in non-league purgatory. But since their return to the EFL in 2020, the Bluebirds have soared. 9. Mazuma Stadium. Morecambe's Mazuma Stadium is one of the newest on this list. Built in 2010, it replaced their old Christie Park home. It holds just 6,500, but it feels smaller, especially when the Shrimps are under pressure. Despite that, Morecambe have punched above their weight. A few seasons in League One and legendary moments like promotion via the 2021 playoffs show their potential. 8. Montgomery Waters Meadow. Montgomery Waters Meadow sounds peaceful, but Shrewsbury fans make sure it isn't. With less than 10,000 capacities, it's not huge, but it's home. Built in 2007 to replace the old Game Meadow, this ground brought the club into the modern age. But even as they challenge in League One, the ground hasn't grown. Still, the team's fanbase is bigger than the stands suggest. 7. Broadfield Stadium. Crawley Town's Broadfield Stadium looks modest, but behind it is ambition. Built in 1997, it's one of the smallest in the EFL. But the club has seen huge investment, including from cryptocurrency-backed owners, in recent years. With only around 6,100 seats, it's a far cry from Premier League levels. But Crawley dreams big. Their FA Cup runs and dramatic playoff pushes prove they're not just here to make up the numbers. 6. JobServe Community Stadium. Colchester's JobServe Stadium is modern and sleek, but small. Just over 10,000 seats, and despite the club once playing in the Championship, opened in 2008 to replace Layer Road, it has better facilities but still feels tight for a club with past ambitions. Colchester is one of the bigger names in League Two, yet their ground doesn't reflect the scale of their fanbase or former glories. 5. Poundland Biscot Stadium. Walsall's Biscot Stadium, currently called the Poundland Biscot, might be small, but it's steeped in character. Opened in 1990, it replaced Fellows Park and has hosted over 11,000 fans at full capacity. Walsall was Championship regulars in the early 2000s. Now in League Two, they still pull decent crowds and are one of the best supported sides at that level. 4. St. James Park. St. James Park in Exeter is a gem. Built in 1904, it's full of character. Just less than 9,000 capacities, yet the Grecians make it loud. Exeter is a fan-owned club. That means decisions are made with the supporters in mind, not big business. The club has a strong youth system and recently sold players like Ollie Watkins and Ethan Ampadu to the top flight. 3. Eco Power Stadium. Doncaster's Eco Power Stadium is a step up in size, but still considered small compared to the club's stature. Built in 2006, it holds just over 15,000. Rovers were in the Championship not long ago and even played Premier League sides in the Cups. The stadium is slick, modern, and used for more than football, including concerts and rugby. 2. Lamex Stadium. Stevenage's Lamex Stadium may look modest, but it's been the launchpad for one of football's fastest rises. Since the 2000s, the club has gone from non-league to League One. Its capacity is just under 8,000, but the energy is electric when Borough fans get going. The stadium has seen plenty of upgrades over the years, including a sharp-looking new north stand. 1. Highbury Stadium. Tiny but mighty, Fleetwood Town's Highbury Stadium is one of the smallest in League One. Just over 5,000 capacities, yet the COD Army keeps punching above their weight. The club's rise has been rapid, non-league to League One in just a few years, backed by local businessman Andy Pilley. The stadium has been upgraded in phases, including a new parkside stand. So there you have it, 20 big clubs with small stadiums. These grounds might not break records for size, but they're rich in atmosphere, history, and heart. Each stadium tells a story you won't find in a 60,000-seater. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more football stadium stories across the UK and beyond.